Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome into the video. So we had another very eventful week in the stock market, and in this video we'll be going over what played out last week and what to expect in the week ahead from the major indexes and S&P 500. Along with that, going over the top 5 trade ideas that I'm watching in the week and weeks ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it, and as always there are timestamps in the description. So starting out by taking a look at the S&P futures chart. A couple weeks ago we talked about the major trendline breakout above the month-long trendline, and that if it successfully held above, the market was likely headed back towards all-time highs. And this week that came to fruition as the S&P made new highs up to 53.49. So going over what to expect into next week, the market is now in price discovery mode, and what that means is now that it has made new highs, there are not any defined levels above, so it is now discovering new prices and where some sellers may be located at. So the simple view moving forward is not to try and predict how high the market can go or anything like that, but just know what needs to happen for the bull in the bear case. So 53.04 is a key level which has successfully held above so far, and 52.72 was last week's breakout point from CPI data. So as long as it holds above 53.04, buyers are in full control of the trend, and we should expect new highs to be made once again. If it breaks below 53.04, it can start a mini pullback towards the 52.72 breakout point, which would be a major spot to hold. If it breaks below 52.72, that could result in a larger pullback, but as long as it holds above or successfully backtests that as new support, dips will continue to get bought, and in all likelihood this market is set up to move higher. So now getting into the top 5 trade ideas that I'm watching in the week and weeks ahead, and starting out with a couple that we talked about last week. First off is Micron, ticker symbol MU. So we talked about how this stock had recently broke out of a multi-decade cup and handle pattern, and it was looking like it was setting up for further upside with 121.4 as key resistance, which we were watching to act as an upside trigger on a break above. And last week it broke above, which resulted in an upside rally towards 125 and 130.54 highs, and after testing near 130.54, it pulled back to close the week and is now back testing 125 as new support. So into next week, this is on watch for a potential dip buy if 125 successfully holds as support for that higher low, and from here a break above highs at 130.54 would be that larger breakout trigger for new highs for the stock. So another stock that we went over last week was Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE. So this stock had built out a 4-month-long consolidation below 28.35 to 28.5. We were watching above this zone to trigger the breakout and start upside towards $30 per share, which also lines up with the 200-day moving average. And so far it broke out and is currently backtesting that 28.35 to 28.5 zone as new support, which is holding so far. This makes for a great risk reward entry point where you can play with a tight stop loss back below 28.35, which would be less than 2% risk. $30 per share, and the 200-day moving average is major resistance above, where breaking above the 200-day moving average would be a major change of character for this stock, as it has been below that moving average for the past year and a half. So a break above there could result in much more upside. Another stock that I'm watching is Boeing, ticker symbol BA. So this stock built out a tight 2-week-long consolidation between 173.8 to 176.3 support and below 183.8 resistance. And this started the breakout out of this range on Friday afternoon. If we zoom out to the daily chart, this has a similar look to the last time it broke above the 50-day moving average, which then resulted in a violent rally higher. So this breakout stays intact as long as it holds above 183.8, which is where you would want to play it with a stop loss back below there. And then the next resistance and target levels above will be at 190.6, 197.5 to 203.5, and then 215.5 next above there. So a stock setup that we've been going over for a while now is On Running, ticker symbol ONON. This stock had built out more than a year-long base, which could see a violent breakout move once it broke. And after reporting strong earnings this week, the stock is finally making that breakout move with the top of the range and the breakout trigger being at 35.66 to 36.85. Now the stock made this move virtually with a zero pullback. So with these, if you're not in before the move, the best thing to do is to wait on a buyable pullback, as the breakout level will often be backtested as new support. So this should be on watch as a buyable pullback if that 35.66 to 36.85 zone gets backtested as support, which it would then be playable with a tight stop loss back below 35.66, making for a great risk versus reward entry point. And the next target level above would be 40.43 above there. Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN, is another stock that is at the top of my watch list for the week ahead, as it has built out a well-defined falling wedge or bull flag pattern. So a break above the trendline resistance of this pattern would be the breakout trigger, which lines up with about 220 to 221 right now, and above there can target the 50-day moving average, which is currently at 234.32, and result in further upside above there if it is able to break and follow through higher. And 280 to 307.5 is the larger upside target zone above if it is able to get that breakout and strong follow through out of this large month-long bull flag. So that is what I'm watching for in the week ahead from the broad market, along with those trade ideas. Hope you guys enjoyed and I provided some value to you. For anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that is the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and answer any questions you have in there. I will catch you all next time. Good luck trading this week, and peace out.